could only, I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing as a life choice, is to see how long I can last without going insane or dying.
Yeah. But it'd be all that you know, though, too. So
it'd be all that you know.
It would be like, oh, this is just normal.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't even know
guess.
there's anything to compare it to.
I feel like y'all aren't paying close enough attention to Severance. They're doing so well down there, the Annies.
I mean,
we got news to get to. But real quick, Francesca, you are doing stand-up this month. Have you been, is this your first time doing stand-up?
This is my first time, and I'd really appreciate everyone could come out and support me at the Sacramento Punchline on Sunday, March 16th. Me and my husband, Matt Lieb of Bad Hasbara podcast and Good Mythical Morning will be there. So come check us out. And also, if you're in San Francisco in May 7th, we'll be at Cobb's Comedy. So come one, come all, if I'm not back on the show by May, in which case I will remind you.
Let's bring that in to get you on the show around May. But
Thank
also,
you.
maybe I'll come check you out. I feel like we should talk about the news. I feel like we should talk about the news. Positive reframe. Everyone looks so glum.
No, it's good. What happened that was good? Jonathan, what happened that was good?
I mean, as of now, it'll change 3 times before this comes out. As of now, the tariffs have been paused, most of them.
So they worked.
Well, depending on what you think they were for, which we can talk about, we're unsure. So
they worked.
He has paused the 25% tariffs on most products from Canada and Mexico a few days after they went into effect. This is in addition to the 1-month reprieve he gave to U.S. automakers a couple days ago.
Yeah, because they worked.
This back and forth has sent the stock market into a tailspin, as no one knows if they're going to be paying $5,000 more for a car or
$20,000 more for a car.
Yeah. Or several dollars more for, crops, produce, gasoline, etc.
The things that the people who are putting these tariffs in place don't think about. The things that don't affect them in their everyday lives. So they don't think it's going to be a big deal, and they're like, "Well, you can handle it. You can handle it because I'm going to be able to handle it. I'm a billionaire, so clearly it's going to be fine."
It's the word, Cody. Like, tariffs sound so like, that's up there, the tariff, big tariff man, strong diplomatic word. Like, and I think that's why Trump likes it. Tariff, ooh, old-timey government. And it's like, no, it actually just means everyone's prices on goods are going to go up. All consumer spending, what you've orchestrated the American economy to thrive around, is going to go up, and everything is going to be expensive. I like to think, though, that the tariffs were dropped once more because Justin Trudeau had to hand over his personal fentanyl stash, which was big.
It was huge. Oh my God. I know.
Big concession Trump got here.
Bigger than that cop who smoked all that fentanyl.
Was there a cop who smoked a fentanyl?
Yeah, it was a story about like, oh yeah, a cop. The headline was like, oh, this cop overdosed on fentanyl and this after seizing it. And like you read the article, it's like, no, he smoked fentanyl.
Well, he was said it helped him with the paperwork.
It helped him focus
on paperwork.
I mean, this is fucking wild.
See, that's like, it should be illegal in all these other cases, except when a cop could use it to fill out some paperwork. Then it's fine.
Well, when you need to like pull an all-nighter, you need it.
Well, this is really what RFK Jr. will be replacing like people's Adderall with.
Well, we just have so much fentanyl, so why not? We have so much of it. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail us about the cop that OD'd on fentanyl because he needed to focus on paperwork.
No, that's actually hilarious. Katie's been trying to get something out, though.
Here's the thing. It's so difficult to cover this administration. We're barely into it. Things change wildly overnight. We have a whole section talking about tariffs that I think is interesting, like the car thing, how difficult it actually is for automobile manufacturers to all of a sudden domestically make everything needed to produce your cars. That's part of the reason why that was going to be put on pause for a month, as if a month is enough time to all of a sudden introduce a whole new production line. Like the ability, but also they don't know what's going to happen. Should we not? It's chaos. But ultimately, I don't know if we need to get into it, because the motherfucker paused him.
I mean, I think we should, like, as much as we can dispel the myth that, like, tariffs are somehow, distant or distant from your actual everyday existence is better. Like the tariffs mean it's a regressive tax. It's just a tax. Tariff means a tax, but on us. And unless you think that corporations are going to be like, no, we must shield our beautiful consumers who are just brand loyalists. They must be rewarded. We'll cover the costs of said tariffs, which is like, you got to have a baby brain, and a lot of people do. Then yes, we should cover them. And it is very like, yes, it feels pie in the sky and distant from everyday life, but then you see like, liquor distributors not pouring out, but taking off like Kentucky bourbon from the shelves and all this bullet rye, and you're like, oh my God. And, having Ontario be one of the the Ontario Liquor Board or something, being one of the biggest wholesale distributors of liquor in Canada, that's like, nope. No more American liquor.
Does that mean that Jack Daniels gets cheaper for us, though? I'm trying to find silver linings here. Will
Surely.
the glut of Jack Daniels that they now have, will they be just giving it away to
that's
us?
how a market should work. But we know that from like oil, that's not how it works. There's plenty of oil. The prices are still not coming down.
So I'd love to go through the reasons that the administration is saying that they are doing the tariffs, which are all over the map. Howard Lutnick, the Commerce Secretary, is still saying it's revenue.
Tariffs are going to drive America better. Remember, we pay taxes into the Internal Revenue Service. Wouldn't it be amazing to stop paying taxes to the Internal Revenue Service and have the External Revenue Service of Make America Great Again replace our taxes? That's the goal of Donald Trump, and I think he's going to hit there.
Like, we're going to be able to replace the federal income tax because we're bringing in all that revenue. But of course, you would need to keep the tariffs in place to get the revenue. There's leverage. We're going to threaten Canada and Mexico with tariffs to get something, but it's unclear what the demand is this time around. Or we're going to bring this is what the press secretary, Carolyn Levitt, said. We're going to bring all this manufacturing back to the U.S. It's going to create so many jobs. Great. But then you do have to put the tariffs in place to force them to do that, because if you just take them off right away, no one would do that. And then that contradicts the revenue thing, because then if everyone's buying domestically, they're not paying the tariffs to import it. And so you don't have the revenue. So
it doesn't make sense.
Well, and then if you make the deal that you wanted and you get whatever your demands are, then you remove the tariffs that were necessary and good for these other reasons.
Just trust the process, you guys.
I keep doing that. I keep trusting the process, but
Trust the process, and maybe
You're
you'll
gonna
find
be
true love.
Stuck forever with a goblin.
But trust that process. But okay, so theories as to why he's actually doing this. I know you've prepared these as well, Jonathan.
I wrote 5 bullets actually about why
I
he
like
might
number one.
actually be doing this. Okay. First one is he's dumb and doesn't know how tariffs work. Maybe.
Totally an option.
I feel like that should be like swirling around all these other reasons too. Like whatever the reason is, that's kind of part of it, no matter what.
Right. It could be a pump and dump, right? The stock market goes down when he announces tariffs, then they buy all the stock, they buy the dip.
Well, so that's okay. Yeah,
That's actually not a bad theory there.
I mean, they're selling off everything right now, and they want to sell it off for cheap for their friends.
And then, some of this stuff I think gets a little would give Trump a little bit too much credit in the 3, 4, or 5D chess world, where he's intentionally cratering the economy now so it bounces back in a few years, and he gets credit for that for the election that
if only he thought that far in advance.
Look at what even different random financial expert people that probably did vote for Trump saying, like, I don't know, this is risky. You can't run. This is also incorporating the Doge of it all and cuts. Just in general, we're looking at the period of financial hardship could be like 6 or 7 years, before actually rebounding from some of this stuff.
What's crazy is that in every other move around doggy, which I call it, like all that is like, okay, there's a very clear beneficiary. It's Elon Musk's Starlink. It's Elon Musk's, SpaceX, right? It's
Cybertrucks.
Right, a $4.5 trillion tax break for the ultra wealthy. That's really clear. You want to give the forestry department to a lumber guy. That feels clear to me. But like starting a trade war with our biggest allies in trade and our neighbors without anyone who's like, I'll make a buck. Like there is no like sycophant who seems to be there. It's not even a TikTok thing. Like there's no one who's there who's like, well, I'm going to be making